Okay, hello again everyone. I'm back to do my third video in a series of videos I'm doing on some calculators I've designed. This is originally the one I wanted to start with because this is the most basic common type bin and figured most people could relate to it, but I wanted to make some changes in it to make it more flexible. So it's ready now, so let's go ahead and take a look at it. Okay, so first thing I want to point out is this little red line here, and this corresponds to this little red line on your first conduit, which is on your conduit here. And you can see here also for this next conduit it shifted, but it shifts by the parallel adjust, and that's basically the only thing that happens when you do a offset and parallel. It just shifts the offset triangle. Your overall length will not change. So let's go ahead and just I've input my parameters for this bend. This OM is your obstruction measurement from the end of your last conduit to your obstruction. The offset is just the height of your obstruction. The radius is center line of your bending shoe radius, and your angle is whatever angle you choose, but I picked 2.56 because it's a 2-to-1 ratio on your offset triangle. Okay, and then all I got to do is four simple inputs. That's it. Boom, there's all your numbers right there. And if you were staying just with this same offset, then if you want to do it in parallel, all you have to do is, if you was moving in, just hit the in button. 10 pipes, 10 or 9 times more, but simple as that. Pipe a second, and then you can go ahead and reverse your layout and go right back to your original layout. Okay, so what I did though was I put more flexibility in this program, that you could come here and change these parameters here, and all this is in reference to your first conduit. So let's go ahead. If I wanted to increase the radius, okay, more radius, more gain. Okay, so this increased by 0.17 and it added to your overall here. Okay, that's the only time you're going to get a difference in the overall is if you change something else in your original layout. Okay, and let's go ahead and reverse it back out and take it out. Now back to where I started. Okay, let's change the offset. Let's increase the offset to 20. More offset, more shrink. Okay, so there you have it. There's your shrink value. And the only time you're going to get a negative value anywhere in this program is if you have is in this adjustment box, and the negative here will indicate it's a shrink value. And what you have to do with a shrink is you got to go back, since this conduit's shorter, you got to go back on your previous conduit or conduits and make an adjustment. But I'm not going to go into detail on all that stuff, how it works right now. Okay, and then let's go ahead and put it back. So we had a shrink of 2.36. Okay, let's go ahead and take it back to where it originally was. Okay, and you can see because I had less offset is less shrink, which is an overall gain. So it gained by that amount right there at 2.36. So that's just how it works. Okay, so let's go ahead and reset the calculator, and let's go ahead and change both of them at one time. Okay, now you have that difference of the shrink and gain. It's that 0.17 gain and a 2.36 shrink. Well, now you have a negative 2.19. So that's how that works. Okay, so let's go ahead and change these back and go ahead and move out. And now instead I have less radius, which is less gain, which is a shrink. So it shrank that 0.17. So that's a negative 0.17, and I have less offset, which is less shrink, which is an overall gain. So I gained that 2.36. So the difference of that is a positive 2.19. So it gained an overall 2.19. Okay, so let's see. Let's go ahead and reset the calculator. Okay, and go ahead and increase the radius, increase the offset, and let's go ahead and change the angle. Okay. So let's change that. So now we can go ahead and change everything in there. And there's all your numbers right there. So I guess that's just what I'm going to do for right now, just to show you a little bit on this calculator, because nobody likes long videos. So I'll see you on the next one.